Good morning. Well, it's actually not morning. I just wanted to do an introduction to my next vlog, which is to read the Catching Fire book, the second book in the Hunger Games series. Now, in my last vlog of reading the Hunger Games, I told you that that was my second time rereading it. So I've read that book 3 times now. With Catching Fire and Mockingjay, I haven't reread it at all. So my memory of the story Catching Fire is mostly from rewatching the movies, because I read the books back in 2012, I think. Well, I read Catching Fire in 2012, and so I don't have a lot of memory with all the details that are in the book. So I'm excited to get into it. I'm actually planning to have a reading day, even though I can't because I have to catch a train in a couple of hours. But I woke up feeling really jittery and panicky. I woke up and I made myself a giant cup of tea. I took a shower, I did some yoga just to relax myself. That's also another thing that I'm trying to do this year. I'm trying to do a lot of yoga in the mornings. I've skipped 2 days. I've skipped Sunday and Monday, but I'm gonna get back into the routine and do that. I think it's helping mostly for just my physical body. I feel a lot more stretched out. I don't know. I always have trouble with my legs and stuff because I go to the gym so much and I don't do a lot of stretches. So I think it's been helping with that. But yeah, let's see if it helps with, my brain and stuff, because I hear it's good, meditation is good and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm trying everything I can to not feel the way I feel. Anyway, that's not what this vlog is about. We're talking about Katniss Everdeen and Peter Millar. Forgetting to give you an update, but I thought I'd do it right now. I don't remember where I'm up to in Catching Fire, chapter wise, because I've been listening to it on audio, but I'm up to, they're doing the tour, so they just got to District 11 and all that happened. There was a lot of that I didn't realize, I didn't remember happened, that wasn't in the movie, and for some reason when it's written down, it's way more brutal. I think they tried to not make it as brutal in the movie, even though it was still pretty dark and gruesome and stuff. That scene with the old man and all that. But yeah, also I didn't bring my physical copy here to Andrew's house because I thought I'd just listen to it on audio, and also I'm reading 2 other books and I wanted to bring those ones. But he actually found a really beautiful cover of Catching Fire from a charity shop, and he got it for $2, which is really cool because it's really beautiful. It's got the red pages and it's the white version, and yeah, I'm trying to, so he's trying to find copies of the Hunger Games books because I keep telling him to read it. So hopefully he finds the first one, because he actually went there because he remembered seeing the whole trilogy there. and then he went to another like secondhand bookstore that we always go to, and there was a trilogy, like the whole set there, and it was colored pages, but it's not there anymore. So he's just trying to look around and trying to see if he can, you know, find them. It's good. Like we do all these like book hunts, which is really fun. But yeah, so I think this copy is beautiful, but I'm listening to it on audio. I thought I would have a lot more to say, but I really don't, because I think I'm just enjoying rereading the books, and also I don't feel like annotating it for some reason this time around. I haven't really felt like annotating books that much with the Hunger Games and all that. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind as the story goes on because I'm enjoying it more or something, but at the moment I have not that much to annotate, which is why I was like, I'll just listen to it on audio. I really don't like it how in this book they try to pin the two boys together, because it pisses me off. I'm up to the part where Katniss is asking both Gale and Peter if they would run away with her. And I don't know, there's just so much tension, especially from Gale's perspective. This is why I don't understand why people like Gale so much, because he's so controlling and so, like, I want things my way type of person, and it pisses me off. Something that I just realized while I was reading is that they made the district and the peacekeepers like way more intense and way more claustrophobic feeling than the movie. I feel like I didn't really get that from the movie, but in the book as I was reading it, it felt a lot more like they were being watched wherever they went. Also, I got up to this bit where Katniss sneaks out to the woods, to the forest, and like meets these two people that ran away that gave her some bread with the Mockingjay thing on it or something, which I didn't remember from the movie, so that's surprising. Okay, so we finally got into the games, and just like in the movie, Katniss pisses me off because she's so suspicious of everyone and she doesn't want to team up with anyone, and everyone else is trying to help her, like Peter, like Finnick, like Joanna, everyone's trying to help her, but she just doesn't want to. And yeah, it pisses me off. It's honestly pretty sad to think about all the victors that are dying. I'm up to the bit where it's their first night in the games, and they're watching all the victors that have died. There's like 8 of them, and I don't know, it's just, I feel like we didn't get a lot, like we didn't see a lot of it in the movie, which makes sense because the movie's only, you know, got a time limit and stuff, and you can't really show or describe too much when you're watching a movie. But yeah, in the book it's pretty sad, because like when you really think about it, yeah, these people have already been through the games before, and now they have to do it again, and they have to like kill off their friends, and it's horrible. It honestly makes me a little sad that Katniss and Joanna don't really get along. Like, that pisses me off a little bit. I don't know, but I really like Joanna, and it annoys me that Katniss just doesn't trust her, which I understand because she's been through trauma and that's the whole point of the book, but yeah. So I just finished reading the book, well, listening. I've been listening to the book because I just don't feel like reading a physical copy at the moment, but what I noticed, I know that I don't really have any thoughts. This is why, like, halfway through, like, vlogging my experience reading this book, I'm like, I don't really have anything to say. Like, I really enjoy the series, and I knew I was going to enjoy it on the reread, and I did enjoy it on the reread. What I did notice, because I love the second movie so much, I did notice, like, I couldn't help but compare them to the two. And something that I like more in the book, I mean, there's a lot of things I like more in the book, but something that I think is a little bit more significant in the book that couldn't really be shown in the movie, which makes sense, I'm not blaming the movie for that, is like Katniss's mind and the way she thinks, and like how broken she is at the end of this book. And I really like the way it was written in this book. I really like the last chapter especially, because it's just so hopeless. She's just so hopeless, and she can't really like think anymore, and that's really sad. And I think that wasn't really shown in the movie as much, which makes sense. Again, like, movies are completely different. You can't really, I think that's why I like reading a lot, because you get to spend more time with characters and you get to be inside their heads a little bit more, especially if it's written in first person. So yeah, those are all my thoughts on this book. I don't know when I'm gonna pick up Mockingjay. I might pick it up straight away. I might focus on other books at the moment, but yeah, I enjoyed this one. I don't know if I'm gonna say that this one, like Catching Fire, is my favorite out of the series now, because all this time I was like, yeah, I love The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is my favorite. The first one especially is my favorite. But now that I've reread the second one, I think I might have loved it even more. Like, I forgot how much happened in the book. I've always loved the second movie, but I forgot how much I loved the second book. And I think I like it even more now that I've reread it. So it might be a favorite.